Hello and welcome, Catching Secrets Insiders. This is Bernie, live here from Cyprus, from our house, from our home on Cyprus. And this is the weekly Catching Up. So if you want to know why McDonald's is accepting Bitcoin, and if you want to know all the stuff that's coming up in this week, then stay tuned. I will tell you within the next few minutes. So welcome again. This is Bernie from Katching Secrets, and welcome to this week's Catching Up, weekly Catching Up. And let's dive into the topics. We will cover our pie. So we will do a pie investment today again. Today is investing time again. We will have a look on the financial world, in the economy, in the stocks world, and in the crypto space. And then you will get a short overview of what's going on and how you can master these times with recessions coming up and so on. So let's dive in. I'm sharing my screen. The first thing I want to talk about today is Credit Suisse. Still remaining under pressure. So there has been rumors that Credit Suisse will go bankrupt, and they should become the second Lehman Brothers. It was caused by a family office. So what is a family office? Family office usually is a company or a fund that's created out of a family's budget. So out of the portfolio, Porsche, for example, has a family office, and there was a family office who had bought some stocks, and they didn't bought the stocks directly. They bought some derivatives. And derivatives are some instruments. So basically you can buy a stock directly, or you can use a derivative instead. So if you don't want to have your name on the stock, for example, you're using a bank purchasing assets for you, for example, stocks. And that's what happened. And it seems that Credit Suisse was doing that for this family office. So family office has a lot of money. They want to spend it, but they don't want to appear as a buyer. So they say to the bank, please do that for us. And what happened now was that there were some stocks that were falling really sharp, and that led to that family office or Credit Suisse they had to sell those stocks again, and that brought them into some kind of the financial reports, their mortgage, all the stuff that's coming together in the bank that got in danger. But as we see, Credit Suisse had a good foundation, and they are built solidly. There is not that much fear anymore. So there were rumors in the first place, but there is not that much fear anymore that they could become Lehman Brothers 2.0. And nevertheless, personally, I don't believe anyone, because in the past they told us so many stories. Be it the governments, be it the banks, so they just told us stories. I'm expecting still that we're just at the beginning of this crisis. What does it mean for us as investors? That means we just continue what we're doing. We keep going. We are following our strategy. Keep cool. And when everyone is getting into panic mode, then we are staying calm and we're continuing our investments. So talking about our investments, what kind of strategy I'm talking about? One of our strategies is the pie challenge. We will come later to it. We will invest into our pie again. A pie challenge is, or our pie, invest yourself to freedom with a pie. It's a challenge we started on YouTube. It's freely available, so you can just open up YouTube, search for Catching Secrets, and our channel. Invest yourself to freedom is a playlist there. So you open up this playlist, and then you get 6 videos where we tell you a strategy that's ongoing. So you just invest on a frequent basis into your own stocks. Very easy to handle. You need just 15 minutes per week to manage everything. After setting it up. So setting it up takes a bit of time, but after that, you manage your investments by spending just 15 minutes per week. Yeah, so let's continue with the next topic, which is treasury yields. So the treasury yields are determining they're affecting the market, the stocks, especially companies, because everyone who is in debt, who has a loan, and the treasury yield rate is going up. The treasury yield rate sets the interest rate for loans, for example. So it's the benchmark. And if the yield rate goes up and the company has a lot of debt, that means the profit will go lower, because they have to pay back more debt or more interest rate of their debt. And that's why stocks prices are going lower if the yield rate is going up. And that's what we currently saw, what we saw within the last weeks and months. And now the treasury yield rate is going down again during the last days. And we have seen the stock market a little bit recovering during the last days, and that was mainly due to the raising treasury yield rate. Another important topic that we came across is Great Britain. So mortgage, we have last week or even before, we had this the finance minister of the UK, the new finance minister, saying he has just a mini budget. Everything was struggling. The Great Britain, the pound, dollar, and euro is in parity for the first time in history. So €1 equals £1 equals $1, and of course equals one tether in the crypto market. So all these are on parity. That means the euro has lost around 20% against the dollar, and the pound has lost around 30% against the dollar since 1 year. So what led to that? Several things. The US started earlier with quantitative tightening. That means they were quantitative easing. That means they pushed money into the market during COVID, for example. Everyone did it, but the US started to take back the money out of the market again, and they started to raise the interest rate. And Europe and the UK are behind that, so they started to raise the interest rate to take out the money from the overall market, from the financial market. They started to do that much later, and they started to do it in a much easier, smaller scale, and this is leading to that the US is still ahead, and this is reflected in a strong dollar. Nevertheless, everyone is struggling. Economies are struggling. I'm expecting the reporting season to come up, so the reporting season for the third quarter, and it seems that this will reveal some unexpected reportings from companies, and which could lead to stock prices going even lower. Does that mean you shouldn't invest? That we don't know it. So it also could mean that everyone is surprised and prices are going up again. So we never know as investors. That's why our strategy is we are investing all the time, but we always have enough money to in our reserve available to keep up with the current situation, with the current development. And if you want to learn more about that, then just approach us, just write me a comment if you have any questions concerning this the topic of investing. When should you start? Is it dangerous? Is it easy to do? Just drop me a comment just below the video, and I will be really happy to answer your questions. So our vision is that every human in the world has access to financial freedom, and that you can be the person that you really want to be, and that you can live the life that you desire. So this is our aim here at Catching Secrets, and that's what we're working on. Good, let's move over to crypto. Bitcoin gains 5%. So last week I told you, let me share my screen again. Last week I told you it may be that we are seeing the first green September since 2016 in Bitcoin. And now let's watch this. I will hide here my drawings. Let me switch to the monthly view. And this is the Bitcoin price development. And as you can see here, this is September. And this is a so-called candlestick. And the candlestick says, in a red one, the upper part here is the opening price, and the lower part here is the closing price. And that means that we have still seen a red September. So since 2016, we are still red in September. What does it mean for us? Basically, it's just confirming the development of the past, but it's nothing special. So it was showing us every time when everything is struggling, when people are panicking, then it's the best time to invest. So I personally believe that currently is a good point, if you haven't started now, to start, because it may go even lower. It may go even much lower. But if you follow the right strategy, you have enough money afterwards to keep investing and keep building up your portfolio, and then start being strong start coming out strong of this of the upcoming times and the upcoming crisis maybe that we are maybe facing. I'm sure we are facing something. So we're just standing at the beginning. Next thing here, McDonald's starts to accept Bitcoin and Tether in Swiss town. So they have a test market, it seems, and it seems that we have crypto adopting slowly but goally again the mass market. So we tell you, we are still in the childhood of crypto. We don't know where it goes, to. A friend of mine, she just has a company. She showed me a company which is focusing on supply chain displaying. So every time when you go into a shop, for example, you purchase some chocolate, you can follow the supply chain of this chocolate. So all the suppliers that are involved can be revealed, and you can watch them in an app. And this is based on blockchain. So this is based on crypto technology, blockchain technology. So these are some applications that are really amazing for the future, amazing for the world, amazing for the people. And so I personally believe we are still in the childhood, and it is a good time to invest in crypto. So next thing, very interesting. I just touch it shortly. We will cover that more in depth in our program. So we have a weekly webinar for all of our members that are part of our paid programs. And there we cover topics like the following topic, Ether exchange net flow. So that means how much money is flowing into an exchange, into Binance, Coinbase, how much cryptocurrencies are coming in, how much are going out. So and there is difference. This is the net flow. So if there's more coming in, that tells us something, that tells us that more people start to exchange cryptos. They want to exchange, for example, Ethereum to dollar or vice versa. So the Ethereum net flow is, it says, I have graphics here. So this is the graphics that is published here. And it says that every time when we have seen an up move, before we have seen an up move, so here is the green arrow, for example. Here, watch this green arrow, this big green arrow. Here you see the inflow, so the net flow. This is where much money, much cryptos, much Ethereum were paid into the exchange, and after that, the price starting to move upwards. Even though if the overall trend is going downwards, every time when we see a spike in the inflow, like here also, this price starts going upwards. That's an interesting insight, because it could be part of a strategy. So if you would like to follow a strategy, then this could be part of that strategy. And how this works, how this could work out, is part of our programs. If you have any questions, by the way, on that I will answer them as soon as or as long as it doesn't take it takes just a little bit of time, because we have to take the time for our clients, for our customers, and therefore we will be happy to share a lot of information with you, but we cannot do all of that information for you. So what else? That's it for today. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And now we are moving to the pie. So what's going on in our pie? Today's investing time. I will share my screen again. So today's investing time, that means we are putting in more money into our pie. Pie currently down 6.5% roughly. We have new notifications. If you don't know what I'm talking here about, again, go to our YouTube channel, Katching Secrets, search for Katching Secrets, and then you will find our pie challenge. There we show you everything that you need, how to set up everything. We give you the spreadsheet that we're moving in shortly, and then you see everything. So here they just tell us high volatility, some notifications, not important for us for now. Now we want to invest into our pie. How much money should we invest? This is something I have to. So let's move to our spreadsheet. So this is the spreadsheet. Today is the 4th of October. What is the current Pi 1 balance before investing? The Pi balance before investing is 1311.71. 1311.71. It's a loss compared to last week. That means we have to invest the higher amount, which is the 93.75. 93.75. Let's see if we have some cash available. No dividends paid out. So we just invest 93 point, and here you put in the 0.75. Here we select self-balancing, confirm the buy. Now it's investing. While it's investing, we are just checking our account value here. Free funds is 3594.15. Let's move on in our spreadsheet here. So here we didn't pay an extra money into the account. Then we have the cash reserve. You have to look that up. 3,500.40. Why did it change? Because we have invested in some more stocks. So the money that we are investing is taken from the free funds. That's why this is reduced after we have invested. Good. Other shares value. We don't have any other shares in our account, and this is it for now. So this is our spreadsheet, and this is what has to be done on a weekly basis. Sometimes you add some instruments. You just go to holdings, edit the pie, and you add some instruments here. But most of the time, just go in and invest, and this can be automated additionally. So if you want to invest the same amount each month, you can automate that as well. Good. Having said that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this call. I hope you got a lot of value, a lot of information. If you want to get more, just drop me a comment below and ask your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. See you next week. Happy profits and catching. Bye-bye.
Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.